How you doing, everybody? It's Matt Electric here, and we're back in the Battle Stadium for some more VGC. And today we are using this Coalossal team by Jaden, who is a regular visitor to the live streams which happen from 1 PM to 5 PM, British Summer Time, every single day. So I've never used a Coalossal before. I've had a couple of test battles with this thing, and I ended up fighting a team which completely countered me with 4 water types and Galarian Weezing. So I very much struggled. I also had physical Lapras, which I thought was a little bit strange. And then I fought another game where we had a disconnect. So not had the best of luck with it in testing. But let's give it a go with the video recording. We were in its Trick Room. So we've got Lax. We've got Mimikyu. We've got Togekiss. We've got Clefairy. We've got Incineroar. I find Incineroar and Arcanine very, very odd. And the fact that he's got that... I don't see the point in having 2 Intimidate fire types. And it makes me think the Arcanine might be justified with... I think Mimikyu gets beat up. So with that being the case... Honestly, I think I'm just going to lead Dragapult, Coalossal. Just do what Coalossal wants to do. I don't see the point in bringing... I mean, Gastrodon wouldn't be the worst thing as well with the 2 fire types there. I think I'm going to bring Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr could be very, very nice to help deal with the Snorlax and the Incineroar. And then the 2 fairy types are a problem for me. I either go Togekiss and use Redirection to beat them, or I bring Gastrodon. Now, I can actually spam Muddy Water. I just worry about the Gastrodon's damage output in this game. So I'm going to go with Togekiss instead. If he leads double Intimidate, then I do not have a problem with that, because I'm a special Coalossal. So that's fine. The lack of water and ground moves could benefit me here. Lax may have high horsepower, and we do actually see the Lax lead. So I think in this situation, I just have to... If he goes high horsepower, I'm going to go for Reflect. And Protect. No, I think I'm going to have to go for damage straight up, aren't I? The annoying thing is, though, is that follow me redirection. So, I mean, I could ally switch and then immediately get a Gmax Volcalith off. And which wouldn't be a bad option. I suppose I've got Conkeldurr in the back, so the Snorlax isn't going to be an enormous threat to me at this current point in time. Let's go for damage. Come on, then. Gmax Volcalith into the Snorlax. Unfortunately, we're hitting on its special size, so I'm not convinced this is going to be a knockout. But the fact that he's led with it does make me think it's possibly going to be high horsepower, which... I'm going to be honest, that scares me. It really does scare me. In the following turns, I can set up a Reflect to help Coalossal out. But I'm sure it's going to be Follow Me here, followed by Belly Drum from my opponent's team. No Belly Drum! Man is looking to go straight for the Max Quake, it seems. Which... I mean, I suppose if he's going for a Helping Hand, this could be quite dangerous. Are we going to see a Helping Hand Max Quake? Because this is going to be bad if we do. Coalossal's going to take that like a champ. Because he's got Friend Guard as well. I don't even think this is going to do much damage. I mean, it's modest max special attack Coalossal, right? Stab. Volcalith must do some damage, surely. How much are we doing? Oh my god. I thought people said Coalossal was good. Literally does nothing to that Snorlax. Okay, well that is the majority of my offensive pressure gone. That does nothing! I thought this thing was meant to be strong. I thought this thing was meant to be one of the hardest hitting things in the meta game at the moment. That did 0. Literally did 0. It's very disappointing. I suppose I can't hit this Clefairy. This team needs a steel type. This team needs something to deal with fairies, because like bulky ones with redirection. Because this is just. I suppose I set reflect. An ice. I mean, he's gonna follow me here, surely. I suppose I go for ice punch into Clefairy. He does follow me, as predicted. Man, I can't get how little damage that did. Gmax replenish. Conkeldur's able to take that thanks to the... Well, it's a 3-hit KO thanks to reflect, I should say. Ice punch doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but after Volcalith and the... and once I get burnt with the Flame Orb, we're going to be doing a hell of a lot more. Something I really dislike about Dragapult in this situation is I can't really surf. Let's go for Drain Punch. I feel like I can't surf because of what I've got next to me. Which isn't ideal. He actually just followed me again. I didn't actually think he would follow me again. I thought he'd probably predict me to do something else. So unfortunately that means we're going for Drain Punch. He goes for the Max Darkness here. That is fortunately going into Conkeldurr, which does very, very little damage. It's going to drop our special defense though. And Drain Punch is enough to knock out Clefairy and give us a little bit of HP back. So at least that's Clefairy gone. Mimikyu is going to be a nightmare, if I'm honest. Mimikyu could be a nightmare. I think I'm going to have to keep Conkeldurr for the late game because it's literally my only form of offensive pressure. I have nothing else going for me. Because Dragapult ain't doing any damage. I mean, base, 100 special attack isn't bad, but when you've got... Why is it... When you've got no, Well, you've got really no offense. You're not doing anything. Let's switch out Conkeldurr and bring in Togekiss. And I'm going to set Light Screen, I think. I'm probably going to get crit by Dazzling Gleam, so it isn't going to matter regardless. He switches out the Snorlax, despite having buffs, which I find a little bit odd. Obviously, maybe predicting a Drain Punch here. Yeah, going out into Mimikyu. So Surf plus Dazzling Gleam isn't an awful matchup in this, or isn't an awful thing for me to do here. We have a Timid Nature on Togekiss, but it is only 8 speed EVs. That's a lot of damage. No crits though. And Volcalith damage is going to rack up, hopefully. Is it only doing it? I thought it was meant to do a 6th. Why is it only doing an 8th? I'm going to click Surf, aren't I? For the sake of damage. He withdraws the Mimikyu. I'm just going to have to ignore the Snorlax completely for the time being. There's nothing I can really do about that. Conkeldurr can 1v1 it, so... Surf does practically nothing to any Pokemon. Dazzling Gleam comes out as well. We do know that we outspeed the opponent's... we know that we outspeed the opponent's Togekiss, which is positive. So let's go for an Air Slash. And I think I'm going to ally switching at max. He just Dazzling Gleams. And probably gives a Belly Drum, to be honest. So I could bring Conkeldurr back in. But that is going to be me relying on flinching. I suppose I'll Surf for chip damage. He switches out, goes into the Mimikyu. I'm probably trying to bait my Conkeldurr in. Now the nice thing here is the Dragapult Surf will break the disguise on the Mimikyu. And that is a big, big positive. And we do fire off an air slash into the Mimikyu, which does some damage, right? That does okay damage. He goes for double edge, so I kind of wish I went for ally switch. I can certainly ally switch next turn, although I could see him going for Shadow Sneak as well. Reflect wears off. Okay, I kind of want Reflect back. I kind of want Reflect. I mean, if I ally switch here and he double edges, and he targets my Togekiss with a double edge, and it's almost a shame Togekiss isn't normal type in this matchup. If it was, and I could ally switch and avoid the ghost move, then that'd be great. He goes for Shadow Sneak. See, if I was normal type, that would have been amazing. Togekiss is going to fire back with an air slash into the Mimikyu, which does a good damage. Double edge here, predicting my ally switch, fair play, and knocking out my Togekiss. I think my best play here is probably to protect with Conkeldurr and go for a Surf. Surf should be able to knock out Mimikyu. And it doesn't look like he's got Recycle or anything like that to pull any berries back. Let's go Surf. Let's go Protect. And 1 HP Dragapult may actually end up working out for me here. Oh no, he's got Shadow Sneak. What am I thinking? He's probably just going to click Shadow Sneak, to be fair. Maybe he predicts an ally switch. Shadow Sneak. No, okay, yeah, that was silly of me. But potentially, if we have another turn of Volcalith, maybe Volcalith knocks out the Mimikyu. Would damage by a burn. Light screen goes down. Is Volcalith already finished? Really? Man, I don't think Coalossal's all that, to be honest. So far, I've had 3 battles with it, and I'm not really liking it. Obviously, you've only seen one of them, but yeah, I'm not really a fan. Given how much damage it did to that Snorlax, I was expecting more, I have to say, from a +2 modest Coalossal. With max special attack. I was expecting a lot more from it. The Volcalith didn't really have a huge impact on that game. Yeah, so far I'm not enjoying it. Not enjoying it. Maybe I've just had a couple of really bad matchups, or maybe people just expect Coalossal nowadays, and so they're just like, yeah, I know Coalossal's running around, so I'm going to make sure I've got this to deal with it, and maybe people are just countering it. Yeah, the one thing that I really don't like about this team is, I talk a lot about in my streams about offensive pressure. This team does not have a lot. Like, you've got no damage output from Dragapult, because obviously it's a support base. There's nothing wrong with a support base set, but you've got no damage output from it. We saw how little damage Coalossal did to that Snorlax. I understand Snorlax is bulky on that special side, but it's +2 max special attack. Like, come on. Gastrodon special attack is not all that. I understand you can buff it with Surf, but I mean, you've then got what is more of a support Togekiss, a support Dusclops, there isn't any other way, and then you've got, I suppose, an offensive Conkeldurr. But I just feel like this team lacks so much offensive pressure. And if the opponent, and I had a game on yesterday's stream where on Sunday's stream, where my opponent had 4 support Pokemon and 2 offensive Pokemon. And I just looked at it and I was just like, I'm just going to set up. And I win. And it's exactly what happened. And I feel like that's what's happening a lot here. The offensive pressure that this team has just isn't enough to deal with in the current metagame. We've got Dracozolt, Persimmon, Whimsicott, Kiss, Darm, and Duraldum. Almost forgot his name then. Okay, so with that in mind, Tailwind is the obvious lead. So I think we're going to have to go down the Trick Room route with Togekiss and Dusclops. again, it's another lead that has no offensive pressure. So if my opponent decides, I'm going to set up, they can. And I can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do about the setup. There's no point in me going for Surf because of Tailwind. That was a minute and a half. Okay, I've run out of time. That was a minute. That did not feel like a minute and a half. That felt like, I don't know, maybe 40 seconds. I think this is gonna be tough. I don't even know what I'm leading with. This is up to the game at this stage. Dragapult Conkeldurr. Okay, let's set up a Reflect, I assume. Yeah, let's go Reflect. Conkeldurr doesn't really want to be here. I haven't even bought. I've literally bought 3 support Pokemon and Conkeldurr. Okay, this is. Right, I understand that I haven't picked my Pokemon, but this is what I mean, right? So the majority of the team is support. I hate that. That does not suit my playing style whatsoever. And I'm really. I suppose I'll bring in Togekiss. He sets the Tailwind. And he's got knockoff. Okay. So that's going to bring us down to a Focus Sash, I'm sure. No, not quite. Okay. I've only got Surf on Dragapult. Oh, man. This is going to be a long week. This is going to be a long week. I'm not... I don't see myself getting along with this team. Let's ally switch. Let's go for the Dazzling Gleam. I'll break a potential Focus Sash onto the Whimsicott. I'll get some damage off onto Persimmon. This is going to be a long, long week. Even if I'd bought led with Dusclops, there is every chance that Whimsicott is running Taunt. There's every chance he's running Taunt. Dazzling Gleam goes off from Togekiss. Alright, you all know how much I hate Crit Kiss. I think you have to, if you're going to run Togekiss in this team, I think you have to go Crit Kiss. Because there's no offense. There is absolutely no offense. What do I do? I suppose I can go Trick Room. Let's see if he's got Taunt. If he's got Taunt, I had no chance of winning this. He's also a Solus. I suppose that's some good information. Alright, show me the Taunt. Yeah, I prefer tanky teams, I suppose. I like lots of speed control. I like yeah, I just don't think Coalossal's going to fit my playing style. I know I haven't bought Coalossal to this game, but okay, so he doesn't have Taunt, so I could have gone down the Trick Room route. But he has so much that can deal with my team, though. But I feel like redirection is a huge problem for Coalossal. Maybe it's just my lack of experience with Coalossal. I don't know. But I just, in every single situation, I have felt under pressure. With every single turn I have been in, I felt under pressure. That's the sign of a team that doesn't have a lot of offensive pressure behind it. Like even when I bring Coalossal, there seems to be something there's always a ground move on the opponent team, and people are going to do that because Coalossal has built popularity. I suppose I'm gonna have to Air Slash, aren't I? But I mean, he's got Iron Head. Like, what am I meant to do here? Air Slash and Will-O-Wisp, I suppose. Will-O-Wisp is going to hit the Darmanitan, which is certainly a plus for us. Hey, that rhymed. And now Slash comes out against this Persimmon, which I don't think was... actually, it might be a knockout. No, it's not quite. Do we get the flinch? We do get the flinch, which is positive. Because we're Serene Grace, we're not even Super Luck. So... And Togekiss still dies. So, look, I look at my opponent's team, right? So he's lost Whimsicott. I can still win this, right? I can actually win this with Conkeldurr if he has... Oh, I mean, even if he has bought Togekiss, we do have Ice Punch. So we had Whimsicott, Persimmon lead. Whimsicott's gone. He has Darmanitan. So he's either got Dragapult, Duraludon, or Togekiss in the back. All of which... I suppose I'll Ice Punch. Actually, let's use this opportunity and go for a Max Knuckle. And I'll go for Nightshade. I can actually still win this. This is the funniest thing, right? So after I've just slaughtered Coalossal, I essentially let the game randomize the Pokemon that I bring, and Coalossal may sweep. Not Coalossal, sorry. Conkeldurr may sweep. Which I find hilarious. If this happens, I will find this absolutely hilarious. So Dusclops is going to knock out the Persimmon with a Nightshade, and I will be very, very surprised if Darmanitan lives this Max Knuckle. Mate, if I win this, I'm going to laugh so hard. I'm going to laugh so hard. I really will. Darmanitan and Persimmon are gone. Dragapult and Togekiss I both hit with Ice Punch. And it'll be +2 now, Guts is activated. If it's Duraludon, I hit it with a Max Knuckle, which is stronger than Drain Punch. This is actually so funny. This is actually so funny. Why bring Coalossal when you can just bring Conkeldurr? What's the point in Coalossal? Hello, Dragapult. As my opponent Dynamax. I don't believe my opponent is Dynamaxed here, but I do have the Max Hailstorm, and it is a +2. And I can also go for Will-O-Wisp here and burn him. And he forfeits. So, yeah, Conkeldurr is... this team is a team built around Coalossal, and Conkeldurr is just the better Pokemon. It's as simple as that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my me dipping my toe into Coalossal. Have to say I'm not a fan of it at this current point in time. Love Conkeldurr though. What a mon. What a mon. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be streaming on Twitch from 1 until 5 PM BST every single day. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.